Hi friends, I'm Les Mood, your host. Welcome to the Energy Independent Show, where we cover product reviews, interviews, and hot energy news. Solar Power International starts its second week. SPI ESI North America Smart Energy Week. Stay tuned to see if you won this week's ticket to the weekly virtual conferences. There's currently a ticket waiting to be drawn. We will get to that. Stay tuned. In a Scania press release, we are told Scania launches fully electric truck with 250-kilometer range. Scania now launches its first fully electric truck with a range of up to 250 kilometers. The Scania electric truck can operate during the whole day and still return safely to its home depot for overnight charging. Scania's battery electric truck comes equipped with a CCS charging connector to charge from the electric grid with 130 kilowatt DC charging. This 5 battery packs will be charged in less than 55 minutes and the 9 batteries in less than 100 minutes. The truck can also be charged through regenerative braking. Sustainable emission-free transport is an increasing requirement for transport companies, says Anders Limpinen, Director of New Technologies. Acquiring an electric truck is not just an investment in the customer's fleet, but also in its brand and market. The electric truck enables the customer to stay ahead of the competition, learn about infrastructure challenges, and start adapting for the future. Motley Fool informs us California wildfires heat up these 3 stocks solar battery prospects. The key players in this space should expect a windfall. The companies that stand to benefit the most by this inflection point sell or finance both solar and energy storage products. Enphase Energy, Sunnova, and Sunrun top that list. Enphase is very active in California. The company launched InCharge, its new storage product. The Energy Independence Group is gladly a contractor for that. In the summer of 2020, in its Q2 2020 earnings call, the company said it expected an attach rate of between 8% and 10% to their Q4 2020 inverter sales, almost twice the 5% that they had initially projected. Some quick math based on the retail cost of Enphase's storage and microinverters suggests that each megawatt hour of batteries the company sells generates approximately twice the revenue that each megawatt of microinverters brings. If those numbers hold up, an attach rate of 8% could add more than 30% to its inverter-only revenue. And the company has said it expects its gross margins to remain around 35%. As attach rates continue to increase, Enphase could see a real windfall from storage in the next several years. Baltimore Sun makes the case COVID-19 and the case for electric cars. Once our economy revs back into action, people will get back in their cars and trucks and pollution levels will go back up. But what if more and more of us switch to electric cars, trucks, and buses? What if, in rebuilding our economy, we focus on supporting the shovel-ready jobs needed to build out electric vehicle charging stations throughout our country? What if big companies transition their vehicle fleets entirely to electric powered trucks and delivery vans, a move Amazon is already starting to do? Hastening the transition to electric vehicles can be a natural part of how we rebuild our economy. Building out charging infrastructure to enable more electric vehicle adoption will provide jobs in communities across America, putting people back to work at a time when so many need a paycheck. Electric vehicles are also less expensive to maintain and cheaper to power, even with historically low gas prices. Express Drives announces mass electric vehicle adoption in India could start from 2022. Price range and maintenance are key challenges. In recent survey conducted by Castrol, conducted on customers, fleet owners, as well as auto industry leaders, the factors that affect the very purchase of an EV have been revealed. The biggest concern when buying an EV is about the price of the car or bike. Many of the respondents are of the opinion that an EV purchase is beyond their means right now. More than 83% of the people Castrol asked said that they were skeptical about the maintenance of EVs. In fact, EVs require far less maintenance than regular cars or bikes. This is because of the sheer lower number of moving parts. Also, 72% of the respondents believe that an EV should charge in the same time as much as it takes to fuel a car or a bike. A range of 401 kilometers is what customers expect from their EV on a single charge. 64% of the Indian people who were asked this question said they will easily buy an electric vehicle if the range anxiety is taken care of, says Castrol. Mercom India tells us 5.1 gigawatts of coal-based capacity to be shut down as part of India's phase-out of planned power companies have retired almost 14 gigawatts of coal-based generation capacities over the last 18 years. Power Minister R.K. Singh informed the Lok Sabha. CEA has identified another 34 units with a total capacity of 5.14 gigawatts that have not submitted any emission control compliance plan. These units would be retired or shut down as per phasing out plan and timelines given by the Central Pollution Control Board and Minister of Forest and Climate Change for compliance of emissions, Singh said. The machine maker makes us think World Cleanup Day is electric vehicle a green mobility? With the government of India's National Electric Mobility Plan of 2020, which aims for the traffic of 6.6 to 7 million electric vehicles on Indian roads by this year alone, and the installation of renewable energy of 175 gigawatts by 2022, there's a wild notion of an incredible economic as well as environmental opportunity for India. This notion is being taken forward with the approximation that by 2030, the annual recycling would reach up to 22 to 23 gigawatt hours, resulting in $1 billion bonanza for the country. This possibility is expected to start taking shape by 2022 onwards, when the existing lithium-ion batteries will come to the end of their productivity. The precious raw materials extracted from these batteries can be used as raw materials for new manufacturing. CNBC airs the story Big Potential but Challenges to Overcome, a look at offshore wind in the U.S. The potential for offshore wind in the U.S. is significant. The U.S. Department of Energy has previously stated that offshore wind in America had a technical resource potential of over 2,000 gigawatts. This opportunity is primarily located in the northeast U.S., where state policies and favorable conditions are driving the industry. But over time, we expect the Southeast and the West Coast to become home to offshore wind build as well, he said. While there is undoubted room for a significant ramp up of offshore wind in the U.S., it clearly has a long way to go in order to catch up with more mature markets, such as Europe. Offshore wind capacity there currently stands at over 22 gigawatts, according to figures from industry body Wind Europe. Cleantechnia reports with solid state energy storage, oil-rich Texas hits clean tech trifecta. Oh, the irony, it burns. Texas has powered the U.S. into position as a global oil and gas powerhouse. But now the Lone Star State is heading in wind leadership, and its solar sector is coming on strong on top of the wind leadership. If all goes well according to plans and And laid out by the startup Energy X, Texas will also lay claim to birthing disruptive solid-state energy storage technology that shepherds more renewables onto the grid while making electric vehicles go farther, charge faster, and cost less. In an interesting coincidence, the Energy X news coincides with news the Department of Energy, Commerce, the Defense, and State have all joined forces in support of the domestic lithium-ion battery industry. Interesting. And that's it for the hot energy news brought to you by Coben Systems and SPI ESI North America Smart Energy Week. SPI has gone virtual and Coben Systems is the brains behind the smartest electrical panel in the world. Simply genius. The revolution is here. Thank you for joining us. Feel free to like, comment, share, and follow, and we will see you soon.